Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. We are waiting, guys, for the Bitcoin price to rally. It doesn't feel like it is in the moment. I'm just going to go over the Bitcoin chart real quickly here. We did actually see, since yesterday's video, we did actually see Bitcoin come back down to this level in here. Okay, this is the base for the Bitcoin chart, the wicks down here. The bottom on May the 12th, 2025, you guys can see yesterday we did wick down past that level. Now we're climbing back up. So some were asking, what the heck is happening with the crypto market? First, I'm going to talk about this, then we're going to get into it. Bitcoin price discovery roadmap. So, guys, regardless of what's going on in the news, this is all part of the process. Do not get worried. Bitcoin is currently in a transitional phase. Price is trying to successfully post-breakout retest its reaccumulation range to transition to price discovery uptrend 2. So we are seeing a volatile retest right now, but for all intents and purposes, this is the roadmap. We originally saw this in early 2025. Now we're moving up, guys, and Bitcoin still has a ways to go. We still have that euphoria phase, but in the moment, we are moving closer to fear. Technically, we are in neutral territory here at 46, but that slid down quite a bit, did it not? Market cap down to 3.19 trillion. That's down by over 3%. And the CMC 100 is down by over 3% as well. You guys can see over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has lost 2.36%. Ethereum got pummeled, 6.78%. XRP is down to 3.57%. And most other altcoins are also down, including Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency connected to Elon Musk. Now, there's been a bit of a spat, I guess, to put it mildly. What the heck is going on today coming from Alex Cobb? Elon Musk posted this, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is part of, if you can read that word there, these files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Then he posts down here, about 2 minutes later, mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Oh my goodness. So guys, this is what's getting markets down, crypto markets, and even the traditional stock markets did go down too a little bit. But you know what? Okay, so this is the XRP chart still holding up here. So these are, black swan events, right? Something we cannot predict. Luckily for us, though, XRP is still holding up. I mean, it is still maintaining support down and around here. Even though it was down significantly yesterday, guys, we're still holding support for XRP. Overall, the trend is looking very good. So support level in here is only about $2.07. Ultimate support, though, $1.96. That is the former resistance that we saw from back in 2021. As I keep mentioning, the S&P 500 did see a down day yesterday, although it hasn't really been affected that much. So we are still climbing up. I mean, a far cry from the lows that we saw in early April. Let's take a look at the DJI real quickly here. DJI also had a negative day. I guess if I throw that on the hourly, you guys can get a better sense of that. So stock markets are down, and, it's because Donald Trump and Elon Musk are in a spat. But let me set the scene first, okay? The golden age of digital assets is here, and today's hearings moves us closer to ensuring that America wins the Web3 race. I want to put this into perspective because although we are seeing crypto move down, although we are seeing other markets move down, please remember what's actually going on.
Thank you very much, Chairman Hill. Thank you for your leadership in introducing the Clarity Act, and thank you for your leadership in bringing us together in a nonpartisan way, members on both sides of the aisle who've already come to co-sponsor the Clarity Act. The golden age of digital assets is here, and today's hearing moves us closer to ensuring that America wins the Web3 race. The Clarity Act will unleash innovation and ensure U.S. dominance in digital assets while protecting consumers from fraud. At the same time, we must preserve the dynamic and democratic and democratizing nature of this technology. Many of the most transformative projects were born in basements and dorm rooms, not in law firms and boardrooms. They were born in incubators across the country. And we have an opportunity to make sure that that spirit of creativity and entrepreneurship continues to thrive under a regulatory framework that is modern, supportive of innovation, and clear.
So you heard it there from Brian Steele. I mean, the Web3 race is on for America, basically ushering in the golden age of digital assets. So, despite market and prices for cryptocurrencies, we are actually seeing progress in the United States. According to Polymarket data, the odds of an XRP ETF approval in 2025 have actually surged to 93%. So this courtesy of Michael Branch. Guys, this is what we're seeing, okay? Despite repeated delays from the SEC, investor optimism around a potential XRP spot ETF is reaching new highs. highs. According to Polymarket data, the odds of an XRP ETF approval in 2025 have surged to 93%, the highest on record. Legal victories, rising institutional interest, and successful futures products are fueling the continued buzz. So according to Polymarket, there's a 93% probability of an XRP ETF getting approved by the SEC before the end of 2025. At the beginning of the previous month, the chances of a spot XRP ETF approval were less than 70%. This sharp rise indicates that the market optimism has increased considerably over the last 30 days, and delays aren't slowing down sentiment. Recently, Judge Torres dismissed a revised settlement agreement between Ripple and the SEC, citing procedural errors. Likewise, the SEC delayed its decision on the CoinShares XRP ETF application. Still, data shows that despite these constraints, the odds of approval have steadily climbed in the last 3 days. So those who were betting on the approval last month are getting better odds than people putting their money on it today. But guys, overall, that's good for XRP holders. I mean, I don't know how many XRP holders use Polymarket. Put it down in the comments section if you do. Several prominent players, including Bitwise, 21 Shares, Canary Capital, Grayscale, and Franklin Templeton, have expressed their interest in launching spot XRP ETF products. None of them have received SEC approval yet, but many believe that 2025 could be the breakthrough year for these asset managers. So everybody, well, it seems as though the market is in agreement. We will see an XRP traded product in 2025, and 2025 is already half over. So it's going to happen in the next 6-ish months or so. So positive sentiment still in the space. And this, guys, this was kind of the topic of controversy for a while. XRP Crypto Wolf posted this. David Schwartz has now clarified officially that Ripple offering $6 billion, specifically $6 billion to Circle, was a joke. It was meant as a joke, but I deleted the video because I was afraid some might take it seriously. So all this coming on the heels of Coinbase ringing that bell and going public yesterday, June the 5th, 2025. So guys, it is official. They have officially gone public on the New York Stock Exchange. So I guess that puts an end to the rumor that Ripple is going to be purchasing Circle, and Austin King commenting on this. Okay, today, the value of Circle tripled to $15 billion in just a few hours. How could prices go up that quickly, and what does it mean to other stablecoin issuers like Ripple and Tether? This is just a glimpse into what's coming next, okay? So we're seeing the landscape changing. This is what we should be focused on when looking at crypto prices. I just want to bring up the Circle price real quickly, considering it did just hit the market yesterday. This is Circle on the 1 hour. I'm going to throw that on the 5 minute. Of course, markets were seeing a down day yesterday. Initially, Circle, this usually happens during an IPO. I remember seeing this with Facebook back in 2012 when I was trading stocks. Pump, and then we do see a retracement. Generally speaking, it could last over a few days. I would never buy anything that's IPOing on the first day. That's my rule of thumb. If you guys want to hear more about my investments, my $15,000 plus altcoin portfolio, or where I think the price of XRP is going to go, you can always follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. But anyway, this is the Circle chart. They did have, still, regardless of what the market was doing, they did have a positive day. The bigger takeaway though, guys, this is just the beginning. Historically, yes, you had to go to weird places like offshore exchanges to get exposure to crypto projects. But guys, this is all changing. The game has completely changed now, though. Crypto and the traditional financial system are finally merging. Why did it 3x that quickly? Because simply there's far more demand to own Circle stock than previously anticipated. Essentially, that pump was FOMO. This was the canary in the coal mine. We didn't really know how Wall Street would react to this opportunity to invest in Circle, and apparently neither did Circle's leadership. Traditional markets sent the world an extremely clear message today. They are ready for crypto. So what happens next? We're likely to see investors readjust their expectations of performance for the largest stablecoin issuers like Ripple and Tether. So that is going to be interesting to watch. Okay, Tether will be constrained because of its lack of regulatory clarity, I guess, in the United States. Ripple, on the other hand, though, while not a public company yet, does have XRP, which actually powers their stablecoin. And many investors are likely to treat it as a proxy trade while the company remains private. I mean, if people are smart enough to pull those connections together, I mean, us in the XRP community, we already know all this stuff, but does the average investor, and will it affect the average investor? So we have regulatory clarity. We have a big move today from Circle, and a lot of that was shadowed by what was happening on Twitter. As the blowup escalates, Trump suggests terminating Musk's federal contracts. So the easiest way to save billions is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. So was this the beginning of the feud? Elon Musk did put out a poll. Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle? And 81%, an overwhelming 81%, voted yes, and this is almost 4 million votes, guys, while 19% voted no. So this was actually posted by Elon Musk, and I mean, we have so many tweets to talk about. This is Armando also just posting that same tweet. Here's a clip of Donald Trump that I wanted to post, actually saying what he said in the tweet. Elon is upset because we took the EV mandate away. Listen to this.
All of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning, Mr. Secretary. That hasn't changed at all, right from the beginning. But I know that it disturbed him.
Did he know this from the beginning? Global X down here saying, this is all lies from Trump. This is not what we voted for. Elon doesn't want subsidies. He's already mentioned this in a previous interview. So, the battle is being clearly published here on Twitter X. Elon Musk, though, and Donald Trump have created a fake beef. This is now where we get into this a little bit deeper. Crypto BitLord posting this. And so he's saying this is pushing the markets lower, which it is. I don't know what the next move is going to be. This is manipulation of the highest order. It's insane to think they would do this, but let's be honest. We can all see what's really going on here. So not really giving too much more explanation to this. Could they be pushing the markets lower to just have more runway, I guess, to run the markets up when we do finally see that bullish blow off top phase for crypto? I don't know, guys. This is, this kind of thing happens frequently, and, we're just kind of along for the ride in a lot of ways. Marty Party also commenting, okay, most likely outcome of the Trump and Musk spat today. The most probable outcome in the near term, days to weeks, is de-escalation and partial reconciliation, and this is what a few people have been saying here, driven by mutual self-interest and external pressures. And he said, here's why. Trump needs Musk's companies for strategic goals, i.e. space exploration, tech innovation, and Musk needs government contracts to sustain SpaceX and Tesla's growth. A prolonged feud risks mutual losses, public and market backlash, creates urgency to stabilize the situation. So the likely mechanism, negotiations, could involve Trump modifying aspects of a mega bill, e.g. softening AI regulation or physical provisions Musk opposes to give Musk a symbolic win, allowing both to save face. A public truce, possibly framed as a misunderstanding, could be brokered through intermediaries or indirect talks, with both claiming victory. Historical patterns show both men prioritizing pragmatic outcomes over ideological battles when stakes are high. So that's something they are on the same page about and have been for quite some time. Approximately 60 to 70%, given their history and economic incentives through the though the exact terms of reconciliation depend on policy concessions and ego management. So that is the probability here, at least according to Marty Party. Alternative outcomes, so this is less likely. Prolonged feud with legal escalation, and that is coming in at 20 to 25%. I don't know where he's getting these statistics. No idea. Musk's Epstein allegations could lead to defamation lawsuits from Trump, or Trump could push for investigation into Musk's companies, i.e. for election interference claims. This scenario risks significant collateral damage, i.e. Furthering stock market declines, contract losses, and more, I guess, and is less likely unless one party refuses to back down. Musk retreats or loses contracts, and that's at a 10 to 15%, so very unlikely. If Trump follows through on the threats and Musk's companies lose contracts, Musk might scale back U.S. operations or shift focus to private ventures. This is unlikely due to SpaceX's critical role in NASA's plans. Then a very, very low probability at 5 to 10% full rupture with political realignment. Musk could pivot to opposing Trump's politically align with anti-Trump factions or funding rivals. This is improbable, though, given Musk's limited political leverage and the risk to his business interests. So could you imagine if Musk just swung the other way randomly? I mean, I guess he kind of was slowly moving towards the Republican side, but that was during the beer flu, and a lot of things were different at that point. But there you go, guys, a bit of a roadmap of what could happen. And did Il Donaldo Trumpo, okay, this is a parody account here, did he predict this all along? This coming from Captain Kyle here. Remember, guys, the 40,000-foot view. Now, he wrote, okay, and this was, I don't know when this was, May 28th. Elon the Gray leaves us. Elon the White will come back at the turn of the tide. And I apologize, guys. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, so I did not know this reference, so I took it to Grok. The sentence is a poetic or metaphorical reference to Elon Musk, drawing from the imagery and narrative style of J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, specifically the transformation of Gandalf from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White. In Tolkien's work, Gandalf the Grey dies and returns as Gandalf the White, a more powerful and enlightened version of himself, symbolizing renewal and triumph at a critical moment, the turn of the tide. Here, Elon the Gray likely represents Elon Musk in a phase of struggle, uncertainty, or a less evolved state, while Elon the White symbolizes a triumphant, wiser, or more successful version of Musk, returning at a pivotal moment, the turning of the tide to achieve something significant. So, could it be, guys, that we are, in the midst of something like this? Again, he posted this back on May the 8th. And could it have been in plain sight this entire time? And so to support that theory, Colin Rugg here posted this. Elon Musk agrees that he and the president should make peace for the benefit of the country in a reply to Bill Ackman. No, you can't make this stuff up. This is what Bill Ackman posted. I support real Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and they should make peace for the benefit of our great country. And Elon Musk down here says you're not wrong. Now, some other clues here, guys, of what's happening. The U.S. Treasury just bought back $10 billion of its own debt, the largest buyback ever. And so I just took it to Google just to ask, why does the U.S. Treasury buy back debt? Buybacks are a good cash management tool. They give us flexibility to manage the public debt. By buying higher yield debt and replacing it with lower yield debt, we may be able to reduce what the government pays for interest. So some things are happening behind the scenes, on top of which, guys, Truth Social did just file an S1 for a Bitcoin ETF. So there's the document. This was brought to us by the Cointelegraph. I think that this spat could, in fact, just be a whole scheme theater. I don't think it is real. I don't think, this kind of thing, generally speaking, when these beefs are real, they don't put them out for the public to see. Elon Musk and President Donald Trump, they're very unconventional guys, though. So you really never know. Put it down in the comments if you guys think it's real or if you guys think it's fake. I think overall, though, the idea that the market is turning down because of this, I think that just means there's going to be more runway for cryptocurrencies like XRP to really explode when the time comes. I'm taking this day by day, and for more information on what I think the market is going to do, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I also just wanted to mention that the Working Money Channel merch store is up and rolling. Lots of merch here to choose from if you guys are interested in purchasing some Working Money Channel XRP-related merchandise. Link is in the description of the video, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.